Mail time, everyone. Vero, Kip, P-Cap, Carl, ooh, another one for Vero. Carl again, Sophia, Exton, Ningo, and one for accounting.
Losing your touch, Ben.
He's the executive vice president of the MLU League. Nick, thank you for having this time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. What has it been like working today? The first preseason game, you know, your live feeds, the whole nine. What has it been like?
Well, I mean, as you can imagine, it's a little bit stressful, but it's also incredibly exciting to see all the people that came out to support these guys, to see these teams on the field for the first time in their uniforms looking good, and the action's been great so far. I've really been enjoying the game.
Give it up for him, guys.
You have a lot of people tuning into the online, and the numbers looking really, really good. What is something that you really want to see happen to the Ultimate community outside of today's game preseason-wise?
Well, I mean, yeah, the numbers have been good today so far. You know, we're definitely testing some things out, so we're seeing a little bit of interruption on our feed now and then. What can you do? Hopefully that's because of the numbers.
That's the numbers, yeah. It's definitely a number thing.
But, you know, what we really want to see is we want to see that Ultimate start to reach outside of its immediate community and start to bring other people in and let them know what an amazingly athletic, exciting, high-flying sport this is.
And what's the vision for the season, for the year, actually?
The vision for the year is just to keep getting better, is really what it's all about. That's for the players, that's for the teams, but that's also for us as an organization, to keep providing a better and better product to the fans who are coming out and supporting this sport.
One would say that you truly are a pioneer. And I'm gonna have to agree with them. You know, taking people outside of the Ultimate community and opening it up to a broader demographic. You know, what can you tell people that have never seen Ultimate, that watches it online, or if they go to their first game? What can you have them expect?
I mean, you're just going to expect to see some real athletes doing really amazing things. I mean, we've already seen a couple highlights today that I think are ESPN worthy, and I hope we captured them well with our coverage. And I think you're going to see a bunch more in the second half.
Without being biased, can you predict the winning team for the year? I'm just kidding. No comment. It's always good. No comment. Nick, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. If there's anything else you want to tell the Ultimate people out there that are watching, just, you know, here's your opportunity.
Hey, I just want to thank everybody out there for tuning in and everybody who's sticking with us.
Thank you guys so much, and back to you guys upstairs.
let's talk about this.
All right back here at the beautiful Randolph High School, and Jeff Snyder alongside. Jeff, switching hats a little bit from a team owner of the Philadelphia Spinners and the coaching staff and the general manager to now the commissioner of the ML Ultimate, which is certainly changing roles for you.
It is changing roles. I keep moving farther away from the field, so I don't know if that's what I want to do, but I'm jealous up here watching the Spinners and the Rumble play.
Absolutely. Spinners playing pretty nicely here in the first half.
It looks like it for the times I could watch when we weren't running around here trying to make everything work. So, yeah, it looks like they're playing real well.
Part of the AUDL last year. What did you learn through that experience and as you take it forward here as a commissioner?
I mean, just so many things, but learned how great the sport was and how far it could go, and just looking to take that whole next step this year. So we'll see.
Was there a moment, Jeff, last year or in the years preceding that you had the real idea for this Major League Ultimate come to you?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was just at a point we thought, man, if we could put this thing in the hotbeds of the nation, that we could really do something special. So it just there was a whole bunch of people, I think, realizing it, not really just me.
And then you spent a lot of time building this up over the year. Tell us a little bit about that. Getting it all together and getting Skippy on the West Coast, and making this really come together.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that don't get enough credit, but we met with Skip, who is just an incredible worker, incredible guy, and he's responsible for how good everything looks, because he's our brand guy. So that's awesome. And it was him, Nick, and I. And we started it, and then we started to get guys like Ryan Ritchie and just all these other people that put their stuff into it. And everybody's been working so hard. I think we forgot that today we actually get to watch Ultimate. So it's like the reward finally, right? We get to see it, so it's great.
How about the venues? Talk about the venues that the teams be playing in this year. It's always important that they have that comfort factor for the fans as they come out to enjoy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some of them. I mean, the one I'm most jealous about is Vancouver Nighthawks are playing at UBC, and that stadium just looks awesome. And from what I've heard, they've had 5,000 fans before at an Ultimate game. So that's exciting. That's like a mark that you want to chase. And also in San Francisco, they're at Kezar Stadium, which used to be where the 49ers play. So that's fun. So West Coast is doing their thing.
It certainly is. You think it's going to be an easier sell on the West Coast versus the East Coast to bring this game into Providence?
I think it's an easy sell on both coasts.
Very optimistic, absolutely.
Well, Jeff, I think you've done a wonderful job here. But tell us about what the vision is for 5 years from now. Let's say let's pick a 5-year number.
That's a good question. I think that I just want to see it grow every year. Like, I haven't met somebody who's seen Ultimate who wasn't surprised about how cool it was. And I don't know that every sport could say that. So I just want as many people to see it, see how great the people that play the sport and are involved in the sport is. And I don't know. I don't have a vision. I just want to keep growing.
All right, now outside the lines, I'll throw one at you.
Okay.
Let's say scores are to 2 points, and there's a 3-point line out there, so it's worth 1.5. Same thing as a 2-point line. Any thought of that ever come to mind in how you guys are processing with the league and developing it?
It's so funny you talk about that, because it's like you look at the other sports and you kind of forget that the rules keep changing. Even like basketball, they added a 3-point line. I don't remember when it was, but it's not that long ago.
You weren't born yet.
I know. Maybe it was that long ago. But we'll see. I mean, right now we have like a rule set that I think is good, and we're going to see how the players evolve it to where we have to adjust it to make it as exciting and as competitive as possible. So we'll see.
Yeah, you talk about the evolution of the professional game, and obviously you're out there trying to find sponsors to grab hold of all this, and certainly playing a few during our production here today. How's that? How do they feel about that? The folks, the business world out there.
I mean, it's we're really lucky. I mean, we had companies like 5 Ultimate who have worked so hard with us to make all the uniforms, and Elemental Technologies, which is the whole reason we can stream today, and we're learning how to use them, and that's incredible stuff. And then we even have other Ultimate companies like Friction Gloves, and probably the one that was most exciting was Innova stepped up to give us a new disc, and they worked with our players to see how it would work for them, and it's just wild to kind of watch all that stuff come together in a first year. We haven't even played a game yet. I mean, this is our first time touching the field, and we already have all that support, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I feel like you really hit the ground running on this.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good. you know, we painted a good picture, and people liked what they saw, and they wanted to be a part of it. So
And you're
fun.
telling us you're not going to get out on the field, is what you're saying, or are you?
I'm going to try.
No,
Yeah, I can't have them. You know what they'd want to sky me every time, right? They'd beat me up. I'll never give them that.
Jeff, final question for you. It really is about the fans and the players and the relationship between the two, and how's that going to prosper? How does that grow where folks, these players who are competing today become common names, and you want to be around them, you want the autograph?
Yeah, I mean, I got to see that evolve last year, and I just can't wait. You know, it's like I can't wait for all the other teams and players to realize that and go through that, and all the fans too, because the last game of the season last year, just there were fans there. People were chanting with signs and body paint and going crazy and cheering, and that's it's just so fun. It's just a fun time for everybody, the whole family, to come out and have a good time.
And I know from last year, meeting a few of the guys, just really nice, decent young men who are smart and really care about the game and care about people overall. So, Jeff, I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Tony.
Jeff Snyder joining us, the commissioner, the guy in charge of it all, making some of those big decisions, certainly helping out here today. So nice to have Jeff alongside for this one. And Tony, we're ready for the second half of action. And, well, the Spinners have the halftime lead at 12-7. Over New York, the Rumble, and the Rumble obviously need to make some adjustments here in the second half. They looked a little gas on occasion in the first half. I think the Spinners kind of understood that and brought the tempo up a little bit.
I think that they just looked out of sorts. They had tired at times, but just, uncharacteristic turnovers that they just didn't need. But let's see what they can do here. Again, they're on the host stack. They wanted the host stack because they wanted to use the field width. That's a little too far from Faust. I put a little too much edge on that, Don. He tried to put this into, I think that's Jake Herman, the old Philly player down there. A little too much edge, and another turnover from the O-line on Rumble, which is not really in sync so far in this, really the second quarter and the start of the third.
Spinners continue to attack with a long huck down the field. Oh, boy, look at that support system and a point. Well, that's hustle right there for the point and the goal, and now a 13-7 lead.
Well, another thing to talk about, Don, is what the different disc that we're using out here now that the players on Rumble are getting used to. We used it for the first time last week with some of these Rumble players, the Innova Pulsar, and it does have a different characteristics. And on that kind of floaty huck that we just saw there, the Rumble player had a little height advantage. He had the position on the field, and it went over his head. It kept true to its flight path. It's very similar to the Discraft Ultrastar. It does on certain throws have a slightly different. It'll hang a little longer, or it'll tail off on a slightly different angle than we're used to. I don't think it's too much of an adjustment, but it can be a factor. And it's a nice disc. It's a beautiful disc. Very, very easy to catch. It's components of plastic. I don't know what it is, but catching it seems to be easier to me.
Doesn't hurt as much, huh?
Yeah, oddly. Actually, that's oddly true. Yeah.
There's a short pull. That wind is picked up again a little bit, and that pull into the wind. We'll see if the Rumble can take advantage here with a shorter field. Trying to find some coordination offensively here in the second half.
Snyder fakes it. Nice fake. Gets out to Valverde. Valverde is looking for Heyman. Heyman, whoa, laces it. That's going to be a goal. Beautiful shot from Heyman. Quick release. Caught Trigu off guard. And he adds to his stat sheet. That's his fourth goal thrown, I believe, for Dan Heyman of the New York Rumble.
Yeah, he is clever. Got some great peripheral vision also to be able to scan that field so precisely and make that.
And he's got a quick release when he wants to really just kind of zip that there. You can saw how fast he put that and how what a nice touch he had on that throw.
The Rumble bring it back to a 5-goal differential. 8:47 remaining here in the third quarter. One of the things they did do is shorten the quarters.
Oh, yeah?
Here this year. Last year, I believe they played, 12-minute quarters, right? And they've shortened it down to the 10-minute quarters.
I like the 10. 10. You get it down to 6-minute quarters, and we'll see Jeff out there.
So 10 will keep it youthful, right, Tony?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if it's 4 minutes, you'd see me out there. All right. Looks like they're coming out on a host stack for the Spinners, and an early miscue. I think that's Jonah throws it away, unfortunately, on a missed time to Nick Hieronette, their freshman phenom, and Ross Littauer for New York picks it up.
Rumble with a chance, yeah. Rumble now with a chance to put together a little run here, a little point run. Anderson has been effective all day.
Corey Lee.
Rumble scores!
Booyah. Bim, Scala Bim. Corey Lee shoots it into the goal.
So they scored twice consecutively to make it a 4-goal game now at 13-9 with plenty of time remaining. Do you find Ultimate to be a game of run similar to basketball where a team just gets hot and they gain the momentum and then you see a switch back to the other side? Or
typically teams do their best possible to prevent that. You do see it. Traditionally, the conventional thinking is after 3 goals, a team will call a timeout, and the opposing team goes on a run like that. And at the elite highest levels of the game, possession control is paramount, absolutely paramount. So it's much rarer to see a 3-4 goal run, whereas a team will make its way up into those elite ranks by doing that against other teams.
As a pull that goes out of play, and opportunity for the Spinners to work with a shorter field now. They bring it out to the football 30-yard line.
Hieronette back there on the dump for up to Shaw real quick for Philly, up to Salasco. Can't get to it. Smash there for the D. Let's see if they can ball control this into the end zone now. Hangs it a little bit too much. Baker not able to get there. Is there a call? There's a call. And disc will be checked in. He gets his 5 yards, or spotted the disc. And back in. See, our Rumbles, Don, they're not really reacting quicker on the calls. Like they should have already been setting up. Joe Smash swings it, moves it up to Heyman. Heyman laces it. Is it going to be too much? No, sails in beautifully.
Nice touch. Heyman continues to have a big game today.
He is putting on a show, I'll tell you that. Now let's see. Here's Billy walking onto the field. Is this the timeout? This is what I was telling you, Don. And, commonly you'll see that for 3 goals. No, I think he just wants to talk to this line. Maroon puts on coach of the Spinners, takes the entire O-line out that was just on the field, the entire line, and a fresh line change here as we see a new 7 go out on the field for the Spinners. Don, one thing to note here is if you look at the sideline, we have 14 players are out there for Rumble, so they have a short. They're missing 9 guys. No, 11 guys. Whereas the Spinners have, I want to say they have, at least 19, 20. So that's proving to be a factor. Yeah.
Well, it hasn't affected the Rumble here at the start of the second half as they've come out and played much better. They've cut the gap down to 3. 7:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Good strong pull. Spinners getting away from that quick strike attack here in the third quarter. Began the quarter with a quick strike on a huck, but
whoa, easy D for Milo Snyder. Cuts across, but throws it away. No. Ooh, close bit on that. But Littauer can't get to it. And that's an unfortunate turn for the Rumble. Ooh, we almost got it again, Snyder did. That floats up. Ooh, wow, that is really calling it up. Beautiful catch.
That was spectacular, and they convert. Rumble could not get back defensively. So 14-10 score. 6:42 remaining in the third quarter on a pretty play.
Let's take a look at this. They look too far, and that pulsar just stayed up there for him. Watch him hit the turf before his hand gets underneath it, which is beautiful. Look at that. Amazing catch. That is a highlight reel. There's your friction gloves of the day, Don, right there.
Well
You're not going to beat that.
Well said. Just want to mention, show your support for the Philadelphia Spinners. Get all the latest news by liking facebook.com/Philadelphia Spinners, and also follow the Spinners on their Twitter page, twitter.com Philly Spinners.
Kirk Henning, Don, with that layout catch of the quarter and maybe the day.
Yeah, you're not going to see much better than that.
Beautiful play. Out of the University of Rhode Island. Tregoob with the pull. And Rumble's offense is back on the field. Gillies, Avergan, Bosco, Jake Herman.
Just going to mention a big possession for the Rumble, and that's disturbed on a great play. That was spectacular. It was Leon Chow.
Leon's fast, quick, smart player, veteran. And to Zargum. Zargum laces it. What a nice touch. That's a touch with the gloves, huh?
Absolutely.
A little butter. Butter on your bread.
The Spinners get a couple back quickly here to up the lead to 15-10 with 6:10 remaining.
What a turn
in the third quarter.
Don, it looked like when Rumble got the Snyder got the D up here on the 30-yard line. Oh, we're taking a look at it right now. Ooh, what a layout. Avergan stuck in his position. Is that Nick? Is it Perfeco? I'll take a look at the replay again to find out who that made that beautiful D block for the Spinners. But Snyder had this D up here on the 30 yards out of the end zone, and he sent it upfield to Littauer, and it got D'd up, and it was a little too far, and that was a big turn, and that turned into a 3-goal turnaround almost. That would have made it, Jesus, 13-11, and it's 15-10 now.
Spinners with a pull from right to left.
Doc, anybody see who made that D? Let me see who the guy who made the D was. That was Leon. Of course, we already said that. Sorry. And is it Chu or Chow? He goes by Chu, right?
No, everybody says it differently.
Really?
I think it's Chow.
Pull going out of play. So the Rumble will get back to a 3-point differential. Will try to close a 5-point gap now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them.
Things change quickly.
Avergan here is a long-time New York player, and he might be in his 20th year of playing Ultimate overall. Started in high school, watch out in the D.C. suburbs at Friends, I believe. Went to Wesleyan, was key in that team's success at Nationals. Gets up to Faust from George Washington, puts a tight rope that doesn't have the lift to get to the end zone, and it's an easy D for Philadelphia, and they quickly move it up. A D line here for Philly, looking to capitalize with quick handling.
Trying to get their largest lead back, I believe it's 6. As Chow lays it out.
That's a nice touch, but
absolutely
too much hang. No, he goes up and gets it.
He got it.
John Casey with the score.
So Casey with an athletic play. Boy, he had some hop right there to go get that one.
He did. Can't wait to take a look at this again. So it hangs up a little bit. Falavati's making a run at it. He's got to go up quick, and he gets it with the right hand. Beautiful sky for Jack Casey.
Great job of boxing out, too. So the lead back to 6 now for the Spinners with 5:35 remaining in the third.
Yeah, it's got to hurt. The Rumble feeling the punch. I feel like I'm trying to channel my March Madness speed. You know, you do these.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I'm Bill Rafferty out there. Hopefully, if I get to Reggie Miller, I'll be happy.
Well, the Rumble, another chance. Trying to move it downfield.
Back up to Jody. Seen a lot of playing time.
Trying to quicken the advance a little bit.
Joey Anderson can't handle an easy upfield.
May have taken his eye off of that one.
Yeah, a little distracted.
Here's where the Spinners impressed me. Look at them hustle downfield, get into that offensive positioning, and really put the heat on the defense. and results in a quick score.
That's a good point, Don. They really did move pretty rapidly there. And by position, you know, you're right. They used the full width of that field for that score and made it look easy. And I think it was people in the right position at the right time and getting set quickly.
Good game IQ. League grows to 7 now. It's 17-10 with 5:11 remaining. Just want to mention Friction Gloves are the official glove provider of the MLU. Needed those gloves right there for that catch, huh? That was terrific.
Matt Glazer.
These all-weather gloves are specially designed for ultimate players, combining the tackiness of receiver gloves with a rubberized grip for better catches and throws. Look for the Friction Gloves catch of the week throughout the season. I think we saw it earlier today.
Kirk
Official, yes, indeed, MLU pair for yourself soon from the MLU shop. Visit frictiongloves.com to learn more. 5:11 remaining, 17-10. We'll take a quick break here from Randolph High School in Randolph, New Jersey. Back with more of the ML Ultimate after this.
Mail time, everyone. Vero, Kip, PCAP, Carl, ooh, another one for Vero, Carl again, Sophia, Exton, Ningo, and one for County.
Losing your touch, Ben.
Stadium on the campus of Randolph High School, Randolph, New Jersey. Exhibition ultimate play from the ML Ultimate. Of course, 17-10 score. Spinners leading right now over the Rumble in this exhibition game. Spinners coming in obviously as a terrific team from a year ago, while the Rumble, a new team, just saying hello to each other a little bit. And it looks that way on occasion out there. Another time, they look like they got everything moving in the right direction. But right now, an uphill battle in this exhibition game.
Down 17-10 for New York, and with limited numbers on the bench, with only 14 guys out here, it's definitely going to be an uphill climb for them. Heyman's been out there working hard. Let's see if he can make a difference. Valavetti is getting a lot of action, I've noticed, and he's doing very well. Scored a few goals. Up to Jake Herman. Jake wants that bomb. Nope. He's going to have to holster it. Drop it back down to Faust. Swings it over to Heyman.
Spinner's been playing a lot of man-to-man defense here today. Looks like they're all marking somebody now. Turn it over.
The white is the out of bounds, not the yellow. So he wasn't quite even close there, Jody, on that high release from Gillies. And Zargan will pick up the disc for the Spinners.
Wearing Thor's number, of course. Familiar name to Spinner fans out there.
Trugube open for a second down low. Herman can't catch up with him. He gets the under. It's going to be a little too far, I want to say, but it's hanging nicely. There might be a chance for a goal.
It's going to be over the back line.
That is a goal. You see that?
Call it a goal.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I see. He landed over that yellow line, but that's still a goal. It's just it's a little distracting because the yellow line looks like it could be one of the lines in play, but it's not. So he landed over the yellow, but in the blue, and I want to say that's 4 in a row, 5 in a row for Philadelphia now. I believe it was 13-10, so a heck of a turnaround in the second half here. Third quarter.
Yeah, they've been They've been on fire of late, have the Spinners.
Wow, he landed pretty close to that goal line there. Did Himalaya Mehta. His right foot very close to being out, even you know, disregarding the yellow line, white line. It's great to catch these replays. It's very beautiful.
Production crew doing a nice job in the background for us. Certainly do appreciate.
Tell you one thing the Rumble was telling me earlier, Don, is that they're looking to be a stronger team in May and June. This is April. They're going to have a couple games coming up. They know the competition's going to be tough. They know the Whitecaps and Spinners are going to be strong. They know the Current's not going to be a weak team. They know who these guys are, and they're going to hope to build up to May and June. You know, so hopefully they don't get too down from kind of getting a punch in the mouth here by the Spinners so far, and keep up keep their focus on the latter part of the season.
That up to the coaching staff to straighten them out there a little bit and make them realize this is exhibition, and it certainly doesn't count towards the whole season, and there will be progression as you move along. Right now they look a little snappier right now with this offensive possession.
Yeah. Heyman to Snyder, Snyder to Heyman for the goal. Heyman again adds to his stat sheet. Snyder with the crafty give and go back to Heyman. About time. That was a 5-goal run stopped finally by the offense of the New York Rumble.
Yeah, they played with a little more urgency, I thought, on that possession, and didn't delay and made quick decisions.
Yeah, I think they brought their stack in. Looked like they're a shorter stack, and the passes all the way down the field were 15 yards, nothing too huge there. And you know, I think maybe to some degree the Spinners let up a little bit just on defense. The urgency wasn't there certainly for the D-line.
I think speed of foot right now, you'd give the nod to the Spinners. They've been able to extend the field, stretch it a little bit, and you mentioned they've used the width of the field effectively.
I agree with that 100%. They look faster. They are younger.
Let's see how they approach this possession.
Oh, I like this offense here. It's a little dominator setup. See these three guys here? Okay, so Don, they sent everybody downfield and said, you guys just hang out, and the three handlers here are going to run it ourselves. We call it a dominator. There's other names for it. 3-man give and go. And then when the Rumble player, Smash Anderson, gets up there to try to make it. Whoa, that was the play. Lee almost had that.
Hearing that good feed up ahead.
Big layout from Jonathan Cox to late. Well, that was exciting for what was
it really was.
It looked like a routine dominator offense until midfield, and things really got shaken up. That's not Jonathan Cox. That's wearing Jonathan Cox's number, but that is not who that is out there either. I don't think he's out here.
Just want to mention with the break, Alti Photos, the official photography partner of Major League Ultimate. Alti Photos features an elite core of ultimate photographers across the U.S. and Canada who are passionate about the sport of ultimate. They're available to cover your ultimate tournament too and capture the incredible photo memories for participants and fans alike. Check them out at www.altiphotos.com or check out their complete MLU game coverage at MLUimages.com.
Well, the goal there by Dan Fafari, Notre Dame graduate, one of the legends of Notre Dame Ultimate. He's also been having a good game. He should be, you know, he's a veteran here at the Philadelphia scene, many years with the AMP team and some of the other club formations, and you know, just really an icon of the Philadelphia scene. What is this defense here, Donna? It looks like they're, look, there's a man open in the middle. Looks like they're practicing something. Ooh, good try at a tip disc. Did you see that, Donnie?
I did on the far side, absolutely.
Tried to advance it up as the disc was going out of bounds. So that's a great use of this rule of allowing MAC discs to yourself to count. Disc is heading out of bounds. You MAC it so that it curves around away from drifting out, and then you have a chance to get it on the other end in bounds. Didn't quite work there, but it was a good look.
Spinners trying to increase their lead, looking for a 10-point lead here.
They certainly have open men on the field. Trigoob with the left.
Gonna have to make a decision.
Almost a no look, and that's enough of a break to get it open for the goal.
So they add. Actually make it 20-11.
Mike Zargam with the score, catch, the goal. Looks a little winded after that, but he'll be fine. Look at this little bit of a break by Trigoob. So he goes straight up the line.
Nice catch. Well done by the Spinners.
Matthew Gallen able to throw the goal there for Philadelphia. Crowd's rumbling up on the sidelines here on these nice aluminum bleachers. It's always a fun time to bang around aluminum bleachers.
This field just about brand new here at Randolph High School. They have played some soccer and now playing lacrosse on the field.
It's a nice field.
Football, it really is.
I was down on it earlier. It's very fluffy, easy to lay out. You're not going to get skinned up. Your cleats are going to dig in. It's a great way to show to play Ultimate.
I hear the Rumble are going to be playing their home games at a rooftop facility. Top of the high school. Wow, what a intercept right there by Chow.
Chow's having fun out there, huh?
Certainly is.
He gets a marking violation on Corey Lee to move up 5 yards. Almost another call. Looks like it isn't going to be another call. Double teams are illegal, but I saw some body contact there. And I'm not sure what the call exactly is, but it's back to Chow. Now the Spinners are still moving on the field. He swings it out to Anderson's man. That's Gallen, I believe. Gallen looking for Chow. Is Chow going to get the double happiness? Ooh, he gets clocked. He claps his hand to get the 5-yard advantage. Moves it up, checks it back in. He's got that lefty. Is he going to be able to break it and put it in? No, he's going to have to reset. Gola.
Nice catch. Acrobats after that. That was Jack Casey, was it? Or
Yeah, Casey's having fun out there. Maybe you learned that from Sean Murray. Some backflips last year, is what I hear. Is that where that's coming from?
So there's that 10-goal lead with 49 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I want to see Chow's D again. Oh, wow. That's fun, too. Snyder a little late on that.
Just want to mention to keep up with all the news and events from around the league, the MLU has a Facebook account. As always, you can like them at facebook.com ML Ultimate and follow the league at twitter.com/ML Ultimate. That's a great way to stay in touch.
Let's talk about, we have 49 seconds here left in this quarter. I'll tell you a little bit about the refs. They have several different hand signals for their calls. If they crouch down, that's a pick call. That's 5 yards, I believe. Contact is, whoa. You know, this Rumble, their offense is really out of sync. You know, you saw that. It's just kind of a lazy cut and a lazy throw with 40 seconds, and the double team doesn't work, and Spinners with an easy goal.
Up to an 11-point lead now, 22-11.
So, kind of like you see in football, when your hand hits the other hand, that's a foul contact, right? And then there's the marking violation, just like this, hands up in the air. A number of you've seen all these from last year. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about some of the hand signals that we might see from the referees out here today. There's 4 of them.
Thanks, Tony. You can handle all that.
I'm gonna learn those.
I need the little diagrams, Tony.
Can we get the diagrams up on the graphic screen? What? No diagrams? Oh, there's some fans for us.
Actually, be a nice feature to put up there. The officials explaining the rules and going through the different signals and the like for us novice. Well, can New York do something here with 25 ticks remaining in the third quarter?
Well, this is why the zone is in effect here from Philadelphia, I'm assuming, to kind of slow down their attempts to score in 20 seconds. Just got to hope New York realizes it. They've been so out of sync this second half of this third quarter.
Faust is going to take a look.
Okay, that's not a bad. If it sails, he's got a chance. There's the follow.
Oh, nice play.
There's that Innova hanging up in the air. Faust puts a nice little touch on it. Too high for Art Scholl to get to on defense. Tracked down by Gillies, I believe. And it's a goal for Rummel to end the half on a good note, and the quarter on a good note.
So they beat the clock, 22-12. Your score through 3. We'll step aside, and we'll be back with more of the ML Ultimate right after these messages.
Okay. And George, how you feeling, George? Feel pretty good. What do you think your chances are? 50-50. All right, Eden and George, you're doing this for a disc. Yeah. That is the prize. Line you up. We're going to line you up in this red line between the 40 and the 30. This is going by where the disc lands, not where it stops rolling.
All right back here at Randolph High School inside John Bauer Memorial Stadium as we travel on to the fourth quarter of play in Philadelphia. The Spinners with the lead over the New York Rumble by the score of 22-12, Tony, as we got 10 more minutes of play remaining here on a beautiful, beautiful day for some exhibition ultimate.
It's gorgeous out. Absolutely fantastic.
So if you're looking at it from a New York perspective here, you got guys still trying to make the team, obviously. Is this an exhibition game? What are you trying to do over this final 10 minutes of play?
You know, I think they just got to find some confidence. You know, if I were the New York leadership, I would look to, you know, just score every time you're on 0. You know, just a simple thing like that. You don't even, you know, try to string together anything to win back the game necessarily. Just be consistent and not make bad turnovers on offense, and string together some nice possessions.
And taking advantage of some opportunity if the Spinners do make a mistake, which they haven't made too many of.
No,
They've turned it over, though, on occasion.
they've made mistakes, but the Rumble have made far more.
I don't know what the
there's
turnover
one
ratio
there.
is. That's some nice D right there.
Change that momentum around.
Baker able to find that. Littauer with the disc. Now let's see if the D-line can. They started off every quarter, Don. I believe they've started every quarter off with scoring. I'm not sure. I can't remember the second, but definitely the first and the third. See if they do it again. Snyder too far. I don't think Anderson was ready for that.
That's getting to know the players a little bit, your teammates a little bit.
Hung it up a little bit.
Make a little push-up, and they'll count that goal.
That's interesting. There was a whistle and then ruled a goal.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see what he's going to say. He's going to say it looked like the Spinners player might have made the push off.
I thought so. That's what I thought the
Right.
ruling would be.
Right, and so now they're going to huddle up here. Klinsky and Butler bringing in Carr and Harrington. They're going to talk about this.
It looked like
And
an
now,
obvious push. I don't know if we have a
this is
replay on
interesting,
that.
but the players in the field are talking, and Don, if they choose to, they can say the offensive player who was awarded the goal at this point can say, yes, I fouled, or no, I didn't foul. And if he says I fouled you, and agrees that he can overrule the referee. Let's take a look at this. It's a floaty pass, so it's hard to say, but if he uses his hands to push off, then that's a foul.
I mean, the offensive player had great positioning.
Yeah.
But look at the little push right there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one, but he does get his arm out there a little bit. It's a call that can be made against the offense. It looks indeed as if they're taking off the goal. It's calling a foul on
absolutely.
the Spinners.
I think that's a
and
pretty
there it
good
is.
call right there.
Right call. It's a great example of getting the call right. They huddle together. We see the replay up here. They're not seeing that. And the right call is made on the field. So what is this now? It looks like they're going to advance the disc to the Spinners are going to. It's going back to the thrower is what it is. Okay. All right. Spinners still with the disc, back to the thrower. Call wasn't necessarily overruled. It was just taken back.
So restart play.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to get some clarification on as to how that worked out there. Meanwhile, Spinners with the disc on what was a Rumble possession offensively.
There, that nice catch and a nice huck down the field. That's too far. Boy, 3 players had a chance at that one, Tony.
The Innova really sailed on them a little bit. Maybe on the disc craft they would have pulled that down. I like the Innova disc, though. It's a good disc. It'll be fine.
Clock continues to run with a score 22-12. Spinners on top. If you're just tuning in, the Philadelphia Spinners clad in their white. Those going to be their away uniforms. It's going to change the color of the numbers just a little bit. But New York Rumble in their home green, gold, and black as there's a 50-50 disc up there and batted away. Nice defense by the Spinners. You can be impressed with the Spinners' offense, and they've scored 22 times here today. But defensively is where they show their maturity. They do a nice job.
Look at Shull wide open in the deep right here. 16. All the spacing in the world. Baker is a little bit gassed. Shull shows no signs of tiredness. Now he's up and wide underneath. Fortunately, the throw does not go to him. It should have kind of hit them underneath. It looked a little tired there for the first time. David Baer can't get that throw to work. Ooh, a little too lazy of a, not enough on that throw.
David has a brother Michael also playing for the Spinners.
So 2 weeks before opening day.
That's right.
2 weeks for these guys to get it together a little bit more. Definitely really early for the Rumble. We see the Spinners look fine out here, and this is fourth quarter action where they're up by 10. They're opening at, I believe, DC. Is that correct?
Yeah, Philly at DC on April 20th.
Ooh, Snyder with the D. Look at that. Sneaky.
New York will travel to Boston, Beantown, my neck of the woods back in the old days.
Anderson to Snyder. Snyder lifts it. Baker too far. Baker can't catch up with it. It's knowing your receiver a little bit there. I don't think Snyder needed to put that much edge on that disc. They're tired for sure.
Yeah, they gassed. They had problems in the first half a little bit. So they may be working on the conditioning, a little road work upcoming over the next couple of weeks.
See if Coach Krawanta gets some running some lines out there. And they switched up, and Joe Anderson guarding Art Shull now.
I would imagine there is a lot of responsibility to get yourself in condition on that long huck. Can he get it?
Boom.
Yes, great catch.
Dropping it down, laying it on a platter for the receivers. Art Shull. Look at him stretch the defense. He gets a 30-yard pass up the line, and just bombs it down to. That looks like the 18-year-old Jonah with the catch.
It was Wish.
Beautiful.
5:43 left. 23-12. The Spinners on top. But
love it.
Nice catch. Terrific. Absolutely.
Now, why not put it to the 18-year-old? If I'm going to huck it deep, I'm going to put it to that kid. He's going to have the legs.
Young legs. They practice, 2-3 times a week, as you were mentioning. I had asked you that question earlier. So a lot of responsibility on these guys to self-condition, right? To go out and maybe do the road work on their own. And
yeah. It is very early. It's very early. They're in decent shape, but and Don, a lot of these players, if not all of them, are looking at almost a 10-month season. No, I'm sorry, that's too long. But kind of close to it. I mean, if they're going to be considered playing in October as the USA U series continues, this is a long bout of conditioning for them. And something they're going to have to get used to.
Big hug from the Rumble.
So the Rumble trying to get something going offensively where they stretch the field, but too far.
Yeah, Haymans doesn't have the legs for that. He's been worked enough already. And two guys go back with him. Nice touch on that from Faust, but if Heyman wanted that, I think he's the type of player that could get to that, but not at this point. There's a jack. Is that going to hang up? Looks like another hang.
Oh, a little hesitation. They're trying to find it, perhaps, too.
Yeah,
not easy.
Trying to find that edge was Bear. Averaging up to Valavati. To Heyman. Heyman put some zip on it.
Faust
cannot hold on to it, however.
Where's Chow again around the disc defensively?
Not making it any easier for the New York Rumble. Uh-oh, too far? Nope. Floats up nicely. Chow wants to. Back to Chow with the lefty. See if he butters this. Nice.
Score again. They've been able to create those odd number situations, haven't they?
Casey adds to his stat sheet, too.
Yes, indeed. 24-12 you score. Just want to mention, support the Rumble and keep up with all the team news by liking them on Facebook at facebook.com, New York Rumble. Follow them on Twitter at New York Rumble.
I'm liking the lefties that I'm seeing out there. Chow with the left, Treegoob with the left, and one of the big lefties for New York isn't out here. Lucas Murphy is is going to be a primary lefty handler for them and a factor. Not here today, so you see how it changes the field just in the dynamics of the throws you get off when you're releasing your backhand from what would typically be the forehand side on a right-handed player.
Treegoob with the pull.
He looks a little tired on the pulls because they've been pulling so much, Don.
Yeah, right. Only 24 times today.
Heyman to Corey Lee. A little too high for Littauer. Zargum with the D. Zargum.
Do you think there was any conversation between coaches to choreograph parts of this game, maybe with a short throw on occasion to allow teams to work on short field?
Listen, I don't think New York could feel get along that well, Don.
You mean the rivalry? It's here, right?
Yeah. If this pasting holds up, I don't think New York's going to be so happy.
That's right.
Zargum with another lacing hammer.
Nice catch.
That was a little gratuitous, but He had to make the play. We'll give it to him.
25-12.
Zargum puts it up. It's a kid wearing Pana's number. It's not Michael Pana.
He said stay with the disc.
But Pana will get credited for that.
Okay.
Ben Johnson.
That's Ben Johnson, a familiar name from a year ago.
The Canadian sprinter is on the. No, just kidding. New York definitely is waiting for this game to wind down a little bit. They really need to find where their O is going to, how they're going to style their offense. Are they going to run the hoe stack? Are they going to run a vertical? Are they going to stick with this hoe? Is it working? I'm not seeing that. How are they going to cut that back on these turnovers? Because they're making turnovers in every way possible. Deep throws, short throws. The D of spinners is having no problem with them right now. And that's, if they're smart, they'll look at the game tape as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah. They get another chance now with an offensive possession.
Avergan under to Heyman. Heyman with the grab, looking for Gillies, trying to make the cutback. Gillies guarded by Shull, who's a worker out there, tireless. Gets the under Jake Herman. It's a nice little under. Now they're in the vertical. Salavade for Bosco. Bosco not open. Double team. They're calling that out. Okay. Finds the open man. And Jody should be able to put this in. And there's the score to Heyman. Again on the stat sheet.
Rumble makes the score.
Well, that was coordinated. Well done down the field. Crisp passing.
I think Don, that was their vertical stack. I want to say that helped them out there. A few less risky throws, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when they've had the most success, was when they've been able to shorten the length of those passes.
Yeah, their hucks just aren't falling for them.
So it was 25-13. Just one more mention for Alti Apps, founded just last year. Alti Apps application was designed to help teams and players track their performance on the club or Ultimate Field. Now, with a variety of updates and a new suite of applications, Alti Apps is providing the power behind MLU's push for in-depth and accurate statistics. They're also designing the MLU's Fantasy Ultimate application that will be available to fans just before the start of the season. Now, you can visit altiapps.com today for more information. I'm going to check that out when I get home.
Yeah, what it allows you to do is track positioning on the field. It tracks, it's kind of a geolocator is one of the features of it. Turnover there for Rumble. Another thing we'll talk about too is the Major League Ultimate game that you can play.
I saw that. You have that.
Official
I got to
video
download that.
game. Yeah. Ooh, that's a heck of a. Nope, couldn't quite pull it out.
Nice try.
Baker couldn't quite make that.
Hear that?
Feed is down again. Is it up? Nice little scuba up the line to Bear.
Spinners with 2:27 left. 12-point lead at 25-13.
Lasco. Hearing that with the rip. Oh, he's got a wide open Art Shaw. Does he milk it in? No. That could have been a safe tip that he could walk that disc in. Oh, wow, that looked like a foul to me. Shaw trying to gain position with the body. Ref on the other side of him, can't quite see it. Works. He swings it upfield for the easy score.
Again, the spinner's able to get downfield. How about Herinet? He gets knocked down to make that catch, a force down to his knees, and still able to find that wide open shell downfield to set up the score.
Well, yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but Coach Maroon was telling me that Shaw, the farmer, is a farmer, and he said he will be wide open on the field in the fourth quarter. And I said, really? Why is that? And he said he's up every day. He won the beep test, is what he told me. I said, what's the beep test? He said, look it up. I looked it up. It's a test of endurance, speed, quickness, and he won it for this team. And it measures the intervals that you're running and paces them and increases the pace, so that every time you hear a beep, you have to make a cut. And Art Shull, who isn't a known name in New York, for instance, or in the season outside of MLU yet, is the guy who won it for this team. So that's why we see him making plays out there. He's conditioned well, and he's making a difference.
He's tireless. I thought it was from pitching a lot of hay, perhaps in his
Milking
day,
the
right?
cows.
Milking the cows,
Pitching the
getting up
hay.
early. Yeah.
He's got to be sowing corn. He's going to be digging rows. He's got a lot of action to do on the farm.
This is going to be a lot more fun playing Ultimate.
Yeah, right. That's why you can only play on the weekend.
That's right. That's right. All joking aside, a lot of these guys, they sacrifice a lot of time, travel time, to play and compete for teams. And not that they all live in the Philadelphia area, for example. Rumble will score here.
Heyman with the score again. And I think that's one thing they're going to let everyone's psyched about with this, with bringing up the pro leagues, is people feel like they put in so much time and effort that at least you get some things, as uniforms, travel, maybe a little money here on the side, for the amount of effort they're putting in, to entertain people and to put on a good show and a great sport, obviously.
Yeah, it grew on me last year. It was the first chance I had a chance to watch it up close, and really enjoyed it. And I know there's going to be a lot of new fans being attracted to the sport, especially with the towns now, the cities that are committed to being part of the league, which is terrific. Boston, D.C., New York, and of course Philadelphia.
Well, we'll see as the season progresses. We'll see a lot of people coming to these games. There's just a lot of Ultimate players in general in the United States. It's amazing how well the sport's taken to the kids in high school. Every high schools have teams. Every college has a team. It's only way is up for this sport, which is fantastic.
I mean, there's international competitions now, right? National competitions.
The international is pretty big too. It's huge in Colombia. They love it in Colombia, and Japan, Australia, Italy. No foul called on this turnover, and Rumble's got a minute left on the clock. We got a call on the field.
Yep, now we get the whistle.
Littauer with the disc. Rumble getting in position.
Littauer's had some nice minutes out there today.
Yep, yes. Hostak getting it to Smash. Smash short of the end zone. Smash looking for Littauer. No, swings instead to.
Well, these guys will sleep well tonight, won't they? Nicely out defensively.
Yeah, and they got here earlier too. They were, game time was at 2, and they were here hours earlier working out. So this isn't just the exhibition game.
Scholl, great play.
Boy, you can see that coming, huh, Don?
Absolutely.
Puts a little air under it. Wow.
Nice time from Trigub, I believe.
Harrison will track it down.
12 seconds left, 27-14 you score. Hope the folks out there have enjoyed some exhibition ML Ultimate play here today. Beautiful day here in Randolph, New Jersey.
Yeah, in case you're curious, Randolph is an hour drive from New York City. We made the drive earlier. It's just west of Morristown. Must be an hour and a half from Philly, I want to say. 2 hours from Philadelphia. So we're sort of in north central New Jersey.
A good location for the exhibition game.
It's a little, got some nice hills here. Let's see, the trees still don't have any leaves on them, but that's going to change once spring gets into full form. It'll be beautiful.
The weather will be turning quickly, which I think we're all in favor of here in the Northeast. It has been tough.
Speaking of, look at this. Open this window up, huh?
So we got 10 seconds remaining here.
Let's see if Heyman can pad his stats. No.
They work it to the middle of the field. Anderson will try to send one long.
Yeah, that's all he's got.
Out of play, and that's going to do it. 27-14 win for the Philadelphia Spinners over the New York Rumble in this exhibition game, Tony. And before we step away, a couple of things to talk about. First, let me mention that opening day for the league, the ML Ultimate, April 20th, Philadelphia at D.C., New York at Boston, Vancouver will play at Seattle, Portland at San Francisco. You can get your tickets and check out more information about it all at mlultimate.com/tickets, and hopefully you can be out at one of these outstanding locations, these beautiful cities. There's plenty to do before and after the game, too, which is always important. But, you know, Tony, as you take a look at this, your final words before we say goodbye.
Sure, hey, it was great to be out here. Great to see these guys out here. I think we got a lot to look forward to in the season. You know, we'll be down live streaming in Philly. You can watch the Philly at DC game live streamed on the 20th, and the Vancouver-Seattle game also. Tune in on that one. Thanks for watching, and see you in a few weeks when the season begins.
Absolutely. So your final one more time, 27-14, Philadelphia Spinners over the New York Rumble. For the entire production crew behind the scenes, great work, and for Tony Leonardo, that's going to do it from Randolph High School. Goodbye, everybody.